Hello and welcome to Rush Racing League Division 5, Season 8, Round 13 at Cota. I am It's Dito, joined by with Matif. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, mate. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. Looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good one. We've obviously had Div 4, Div 2 and Div 1 already, and Div 5 tonight. Bit of action last week, but we'll wait for that before we go over the track. Firstly, we'll thank our sponsors, S Nation, Simlag, Pagnian, and of course AI369. I think still, but anyway, we'll jump over to the gameplay now, as I think they're ready.
Almost. Should be just waiting for people to select their tyres.
But yeah, last week only 17 on the track, unfortunately tonight. But yeah, big one tonight. SJ serving a quali ban.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people that are kind of some lone wolves tonight as well. There's some teams, I think Red Bull, Aston, and Alpine only have one driver. So
yeah,
it'll be exciting to see.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle street. In terms of getting reserves for this race, we see a few guys reserving up to, of course, in Williams, Faded reserving up from Div 6 tonight to fill that seat. So yeah, it was tough tonight, but we'll see what we see. There's few reserves did get picked in tonight, so hopefully they can show off their skills and see if any TPs come knocking. Everyone will sort of be going around maybe the 15-minute mark here, but you'll see a few guys dive out early, getting their setup sorted. Your aim is to do one lap and that's it in Q1, but unfortunately it doesn't always go that way. I think SJ should have done a lap there, like an out lap.
You don't have to, but it's
still saves
it's
the
allowed
setup?
in the rules. So if he put his setup on before he retired, then yes.
Okay.
But yeah, the out lap's just to make sure your wheels working all right and stuff
that'd
like
be
that.
very unfortunate if didn't get a setup. But we've got an outlap. Vrooms, who's a new name in the AlphaTauri tonight, reserving. So one to watch for sure. Is he got it all wrong on the outlap already? I'll get up the telemetry and everything now, but he did have an awful entry into that corner. It hasn't validated. Obviously, it doesn't mean much on the outlap, but he's one of the only ones out track, and also the Haas coming into cross eyes.
I was just about to say, it looks like we've got SJ in the comms box, but before we jump over to him, looks like we've got some games being played from Merc here. Edge says it's a dry race, but that's a lie. It's a wet race, so not sure what Edge is cooking, but
okay,
we'll hop over to SJ and yeah.
Well, SJ, that was quick, mate. A quick lap there.
Thanks, mate.
But unfortunate getting the collie van this weekend, mate. Obviously not the best track to start at the back at compared to what we've had. It could have been Baku or somewhere else and it would have been a bit nicer, but here is a little bit more of a struggle. How are you feeling, mate, about obviously what's ahead of you tonight?
Nervous, mate. To say the least. 13 rounds going in with a quali ban. I'd say that's pretty good. There's been a lot of license points across the board in most of the divisions. It was unfortunate last week. I know I was in the wrong, but yeah, you just gotta get on with it. Starting from the back here, it's going to be interesting going into turn one. Just mind my own business. It's a big struggle. It's a bit of a different situation compared to Austria from last week. So, there's still opportunity here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's not a fan favourite of mine, but I do have a good track record here from racing here. So, and my quality time was actually quite quick. So, bit of a shame, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, mate. I'm sure we'll see what you can do when the race starts, but it's a bit of a lonely wait now, about an hour before we get going. But yeah, a bit of time to think with your team about your strategy ahead. But I'll pass you over to Whiff, see if he has any questions.
Cheers, mate.
How's it going, SJ?
Hey, Whiff. How you going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just with your quali ban, obviously it's not the start that you want to have, especially for a track like this, but it can be pretty easy to overtake you. What's going on in terms of setup? Are you running a dry setup or a wet setup? Because we know it's going to be wet now for the race. What's going on there?
Haven't really spoken about it yet, so I'll probably get into the garage and then have a chat with the guys and just if it's wet all the way through. Rain here is going to be interesting. It might even the playing field a little bit. It might change a few triggers. It might just move a few things up, a few things down. We'll just have to wait and see, really. See what the weather's like. See if it's going to be absolutely downpouring, then it'll also be wet. If it's not, then we'll go on to the inters, wait for the dry line, and then probably go on to maybe a set of mediums, or even just go on hards until the end, because medium tyres here are not the best. This track and Mexico chew up tyres like anything, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, wet race. At Cota. Prepare for safety cars or prepare for something. Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see, because we've said this before in Division 5 and it's been so clean. So it's going to be interesting, and unfortunately not that many tonight. I don't know if people are still on Easter holidays or I don't know what's going on. So still opportunity, and it looks like there could be points anyway all the way around. So
yeah, well, one person in this race, if everyone finishes, then one person's gonna have no points. So hopefully it's not you. Hopefully it's not you, but you never know with that quali band starting at the back. You never know. So good luck for the race, mate, and hope you put a good setup on, because you can't change it now. That's it.
No, that's true. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the stream, and we'll see how we go.
Cheers, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Alright, jumping back over to quali. I mean, we've got some times coming in, some different times than what we've seen over the weekend. I mean, 32s, 35s, 36s, all the way through there, but still everyone, I mean, just interesting comment there. Everyone obviously has to set a time, but they will be all safe due to SJ having a quali ban. They won't have to really push here to get through Q1 due to the numbers tonight, but they will still want to get out on track and have a practice lap for sure. They still have to set a time either way. Blackburn now, a new name in Rush, driving the McLaren, recently signed for them. See what he can do. This will be his first lap, obviously. He has struggled in that second and this third sector as well. He's got a little bit of a snappy rear, and as you can see there again, it looks like he's struggling a little bit with the rear end, but just have to wait and see what this time does for Blackburn.
He hasn't used as much battery as kind of think he would. You can use a lot down that straight, but it's still got 40%.
Yeah,
see where he goes.
Third.
He goes third, ahead of Matty.
Yeah, it's a good time there for that. Both of those two crossed the line with about 50% battery, so there's a lot of time in it for those two yet to come. Obviously only Q1 though, these guys don't really need much here. There's still a bit of bragging rights. Bucking Bronco now on a lap. I can't see who else is on a flyer. I think that's...
two Mercedes look like they're getting a tow from each other, with Vettel leading it, but they're both on mediums. So if the race does dry up, they may be a little bit in the mud if it's the medium window. So we're kind of excited to see what happens there.
Jeez, this track in the rain's going to be interesting if it is raining. Good fun. As Vettel starts his lap, and take us through a lap with Vettel, mate.
Alright, so Vettel coming up to turn 1 now, braking just on the line there, gets it turned in nicely. In whole lap, not burning any battery here. You can, but you can also save it for the longest straight. Sector 1 here is very tricky to get right. Longest sweeping right here. Don't invalidate. These corners are also very tricky to get right. He's had a purple sector 1 on mediums. That's a good sector 1 from him. Still got 90% battery. Not burning it down here, but we'll see what he does on the straight.
Interesting.
To the DRS line now.
Edge still thinks it's dry.
What was that?
Edge is still convinced it's dry as well in the race. In the comments.
Well, I'm not too sure where he's getting that from, because I looked at both the Mercedes drivers' Twitch streams and they both say it's wet. So, yeah, no lies from you there, Edge.
Bit of
But Sector 3 now for Vettel.
And TPs, of course.
Yeah, a little bit sneaky there. But Vettel's still a lot of battery left. Sector 2 was purple as well, I believe. He hugs the right. Not much deployed left though. He's used a lot on that long
out.
right.
And lose about 5/10.
So, yeah. Opens DRS up to the line
Still
and
goes
goes
second in medium, so he is one to watch tonight. That is a
definitely.
solid time. There's at least 5/10 in that, or at least maybe 4, if I'm being generous. But that losing that deploy is massive. So big time still to come for Vettel there. If you got your pole predictions, he might be one to start thinking about. Cross-eyes also, I mean, looking solid. He's coming out again. Interesting. Might be doing another used tyre run.
Yeah, I think everyone's through though, as long as they set a lap. So going back out, Cross-eyes on, even if it's the same set of tyres, might not be worth it. Got Toodle and Tyler on a lap now. Tyler actually invalidated that lap that he was doing behind Vettel. So we'll see how this lap goes. Toodle coming through Sector 1. The Aston gets out of the way nicely as well. Got... Who do we have here? Got Cross-eyes right behind... It's that Bangler by as well. So we're getting a nice tow. Just got some yellows. Oh, it's Matty. He's spun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, careful. There's a Williams coming. I think he's got rear wing damage. Matty.
Trying to see the
He reversed into that wall very hard there. So I'd be kind of surprised if he didn't get damage. But
yeah, usually when you get rear wing damage in this game, it like takes a little clip out of the end that you can see, but obviously the only one we'll know is him if he's got it, but it did look like a hard hit.
Yeah, pretty big whack. Yeah, he's got damage. He's just spun again. Yeah, I hope they can fix that in the garage, like the front wing, but
I think they can.
there's some...
I'm not sure.
Whoa, Toodle.
Wow.
Toodle's gone pole wide 4/10.
Wow.
That's a really good lap from him,
Yes,
even though
very
it
solid lap.
might not have been needed, but he's through.
He's well and truly through. But yeah, I'm not sure on that case with Matty's wing. I've actually never had seen that. So like the rear wing in quali, I'm sure they would. I can't imagine they wouldn't fix it, but we'll have to wait and see. There's 2 Ferraris now on laps as well coming around. We'll see what they can set here. Flubber on a lap here. He's got full battery.
Banglebar's just gone 3rd, and Cross-eyes has come back into the pits. So that's just more wear on the tyres though.
Yeah. And Flubber goes P13, but he didn't use any battery on that lap, so he might be just conserving. It's Minmay's the last one to not set a lap. He's coming out to complete this sector now.
Looks like he got a purple Sector 1, so looking promising for him, but he's still got a lot of deploy left. So let's see. Through the last corner now, there's a Mercedes who looks to be coming into the pits. I think he might have just done a dynasty and the wall on the pit entry again.
Yeah, a lot of we
he goes
saw that
P10.
a fair bit this weekend. Troubles in that pit lane, so we might see that again tonight. P10 solid time for me, mate.
As I think he's out of fuel.
So most of these guys, could safely just retire now. They don't need another time. ADOS though needs to definitely see some pace here. 143, 7 seconds up.
He's 7 seconds up, yeah.
But definitely a big improvement there.
That's better.
That's a lot better for ADOS. So solid time for him. I know for a fact he is very, very trying to improve. He's very keen kid. As we go
racing for the Williams, and you're the Williams TP, so
yeah.
it just makes sense.
As Vrooms down the back still also wants to improve. He's on a 35 at the moment. A lot of guys looking like they're just doing a couple of runs on the used tyres, which isn't the worst thing. I mean, it might annoy some of the other guys because they want to get going with it, but they might need that extra bit of practice. Some of these guys really struggling on that last corner whiff. I mean, it looks like they're turning in a little bit too hard, and then it just overcorrects on them. I've seen that twice now. Ados did it too, and Vrooms just did it too.
Yeah, I think Vrooms was on a prep lap, or he just abandoned that lap that he was on. He was 2 seconds down and on no battery, so he's on none here as well. So,
Okay.
not too sure what's going on here.
Is that
He's
rain?
7/10 down.
No, I'm tripping. It
Not
looked
that I
like
can
it
see.
for a second. Looking pretty dark.
Looks like it's
though.
going to rain though.
Yeah, I thought I saw it, but could see a wet Q2. I mean, that'd be funny.
It's definitely possible. Edge, I'm pretty sure the only person that's getting out in Q1 here is SJ. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So it'll either be SJ or Flubber. But yeah, we'll see everyone come into the pits now, except for Chef. He's on an out lap. So I'm not too sure if he's going to be wasting his tyres even more or come into the pits and just save them. But there's some people on laps right now.
Faded and Vrooms, I
Vroom,
think.
Vrooms goes wide. Does he know there's a car behind him though? Oh no. Faded's on the last corner. I think Vrooms is lagging, unless that's just me. He's kind of teleporting everywhere.
Jesus.
But he does improve, goes 13th. Vrooms is just doing laps back to back now.
Yeah, and Vrooms might need to call it a day on that one, just to get in and get another tyre on if he wants to keep going. Those tyres must be cooking.
Yeah, it was only a minute and a half left, so this would be his second last lap if he just keeps doing laps. But, oh, yeah, you can really see it there. He's almost spinning in the S's.
I think Chef's on a push lap though.
We'll switch to him then. Oh, he's
Yes.
3 seconds up.
So he is definitely
Oh,
throwing
10, sorry.
throwing it in there. Got a lot of
Not too
traction
sure
on those
why.
used tyres though.
Yeah, we see Faded Menace is invalid as well, but Chef has a bit of a moment on the exit of that corner there, just before the straight.
Yeah, that was a big snap.
He's got some traffic in front of him. Oh no, not again. I hope they get out of the way.
I think. Hopefully they will. The one car is
Faded.
fades out of the way. Chef's really struggling though. He's snapping out that rear. Those tyres, not the optimal pace as we got. Well, that's just can't go in slow.
It's just Faded again. He's out of fuel. So looks like he's finishing this lap. He's up on his time, so not too bad from him. Rim's just going again. Chef has
No.
cut the. What even happened there? I think he cut the pit track limits part, which I don't think is against the rules, but something you don't really see.
Yeah, so Vroom's now the last one on track. Well, the last one doing laps. Chef will have to come back into the pits. But it all should be finished.
Oh, he spins. Rims has spun. He's sitting in neutral. He needs to be careful not to crash out here, because if he crashes and retires, then he will be out in Q1.
Yeah, at
So
the moment
he needs to
has
be
a free
really
pass.
careful.
Free pass into Q2. Probably best for TMT maybe to get on the line and the engineering line and
Tyres will be, 60%, 6
Yeah.
laps old. So, yeah, just wasting the tyres. It's going to be a wet race, so doesn't really need them, I
So
suppose. But
interesting here is that the track's looking dark now. Like, I mean, it's looking like we could see rain either in next session or even maybe Q3. But it could be a possibility we're seeing a lot of these guys run wet setups. If it's a wet race, for sure they will be. But as he invalidates on this lap anyway, so definitely not going to be an improvement on this one.
is he going to come into the pits? He doesn't know.
Does, but not in the right way at all.
No. I don't think that's against the rules for qualifying, but you cannot enter like that in the race.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want me to onboard that.
Yeah, we'll just note that. I don't know what the
I'm pretty sure it's not against the rules, but we'll see.
Anyway, that is your Q1. And obviously, the only one eliminated tonight in that session is SJ with the quali ban, but everyone else through. But the top in that session, Tudor, solid time. We have heard from Bolts that he was pushing on that lap, but that could be a bit of mind games as well.
It's the other way around, I think. Bolt said that Tudor wasn't pushing, but Minman was. So, be interesting to see, as you were saying before, about their setups and
I wonder
all of that.
What's going to happen here. But that is your Q1 results. Unfortunately, SJ the only one not through, as we will keep reminding him. He will have to trot through that field, which, this track compared to Baku or even Austria, it's not the best track to start at the back at.
No, there's going to be people trying to go side by side through sector 1, which will slow everyone else up. So, not really what you want when you're starting at the back, but yeah, we'll see. We've got, is it Rooms? I think I'm saying that right.
Yep.
In the chat saying there's more race pace, so be excited to see what he does in the race, but qualifying, not too sure.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Anyway, we've got cars coming out on track with that. We will halt on that. We got both Hasses out on track, NZT and Cross Eyes. Maybe going for a little bit of a tow here. Will be the first tow we've seen tonight, and everyone's probably going to dive out as we're hearing wet quality. And there you go, everyone pretty much diving out of the pits, and they want to get a dry run in before the rain hits. If you're the last on track, there's still a lot of guys sitting in the pits still.
Yeah, I just checked. Edge isn't long this time, so yeah, end of Q2 looks like it's going to be wet. So we might see some shock eliminations here and some shock people that might get through to Q3. So
yeah, everyone just needs to be careful and space each other out here, not invalidate each other, but everyone in a desperate rush to get a time in here. Doesn't look too dark at the moment. It looks a bit foggy, but doesn't look too bad. And these
a little bit glary.
Yeah, Hasses are definitely going for a tow here, I think.
Yeah, it looks like the kicks are as well, and maybe the Mercedes. They're next to each other on track, but they're quite far between them, so.
Two Ash will have to set the pace in the interval, and probably see a little bit slower in this times compared to Q1 actually, because the track won't be great. It could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see. So start the lap together.
Very close.
Very close.
They're very close to each other, so hopefully that doesn't cause Crosseyes to get held up. But yeah, if NZT Chef has a bit of a bottle, then it won't be good from him.
No, it could go
Crosseyes.
bad really quickly. We've seen a few grid penalties over the last few weekends with just touching the back of someone. get a 5 place real quick. Just got to be careful. We actually seen it. The 2 teammates. I can't remember who it was. Either Baku or someone, but there did not go right with the toe and cost a 5 place grid penalty. Can go wrong.
I think that was in Baku. It happened with Shifty Flight and Marzi.
Yeah.
But in Zanvor it also happened with Plugger and Angus.
Yeah.
Plugger got a 5 place for blocking. So.
Yeah. So it can go.
Oh, not sure what happened there.
A bit of a moment. Is this a Ferrari around 2 in Sector 1? I think Sector 2. Sorry.
Yeah, there was a spin, I think. But yeah, the Hasses are super close to each other.
Yeah, and it could be helping, but it'll also be hurting with those front tyres, the dirty air. He's very close. And NZT hasn't had the best of laps, and he's having all sorts of issues here. I think he might be...
He's lagging a bit.
Yeah, and this will throw cross-eyes laps off a bit too. Not ideal here, but we'll have to wait and see what this pace is. Very close together. Crossing the line, they go 1-2.
Here it is.
33s.
6/10 difference. And the toe here is only worth about 2 or 3 tenths. So that was more than just the toe there. As ADOS does a 32.3.
It's a solid time for ADOS. We'll go back down here. Who else is next to cross line? I think the Alpine Gangster goes past 3.9. Looks like the Mercs. Vettel next to cross the line. Very hard to keep up with everyone here. Vettel goes fastest with 32.1. We are seeing times very close to, like, very similar to what we saw in Q1. Tyler goes P3.
2-door P4 as well. So not as great as Q1, but you should have some more time in that one. Got Maddie going P5, Minna P7. We've also got Captain Blackburn, who's gone 5th. Right near Maddie. Just like in Q1.
Solid time from Blackburn. These guys will obviously go out again if they can before the rain hits. Bucking Bronco goes up to P7. Both Ferraris probably need a box. They're on flashing fuel and have not looking like they're on a push lap. Faded is in the pits. Rooms is also on a lap.
Yeah. Faded's just come out of the pits, so if the rain comes, then it won't be good for him.
I think Faded might have missed the mark on that one. I don't know. I can't see the rain yet, but it's definitely coming. As Rooms is the next to cross the line. A little bit twitchy here. ADOS for tyres. It's probably a little bit too early.
It's safe.
I don't know if that's too early.
Maybe. There's going to be a lot of people that are doing their laps again because of the rain, but the rain might be coming now. You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
they know, but...
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. This Rooms goes 13th with 33.1, and Faded will be the next to do a lap. I think that's everyone done with their laps. Apparently no rain now.
No rain.
That's bad news for ADOS then.
Just gonna have a little look. Not sure what's going on with this this weather. It's coming and going, but at least it's sort of realistic, I guess.
Well, yeah.
You can never get it perfect, so we'll just watch. I think Faded Menace on his lap.
Yeah, he's the only one on a lap. Currently, I think Asif is out of fuel. And Vrooms has finished his lap. So Faded coming through this first sector. See what he does here. Most guys try and take it flat through here. He does drop off a little bit. Go back to 6th there. Very stable there. We've seen a big... haven't seen many invalidations through there, which I was a bit surprised about, but very easy to invalidate there. And you usually can burn a little bit here, but most people will save it for the straight, and you will burn a little bit up to about 7th gear usually. Snap it to DRS. This is a long straight now. get a bit of time to think about your last sector. In this hard braking zone, this is where we'll probably see 90% of the overtakes tonight into this corner, and it can go horribly wrong. Coming from 300 k's to a very quick stop. Very easy for a mistake to go there. This is looking like a solid lap for Faded. Very tidy. It needs a big one though to get into the top 10. Just comes through this last
only the top 10 goes through, so
yeah.
He really needs to get in. There's apparently, according to Edge, it's raining now, which isn't right, but we'll go with that.
Oh, he's overcooked that massively.
So close.
It's not enough. Very close.
I think he went over, but the game just kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt and let him go. But
very close to Mid-May there, and Mid-May's coming out again. So these guys probably want to push for another lap before the rain or the imaginary rain. I don't know. Everyone's saying different things about this rain.
Odds in chat is talking to Stream Elements. You go.
This Edge has redeemed an onboard, so we'll wait and see who that is. Two-door when he's
on the lap. Whoa. We've got the two houses on their laps at the moment, and Crosshires has gone a purple sector 1. I'll just invite Flubber if I've got him added.
Two-door's left a session.
Two-door as well.
So we'll just have to see what happens.
That's not good. I think I've disconnected as well.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay, that's awesome. So what we'll do is we'll get you guys back in, and then if it continues, we will restart the lobby before the race. Just seeing if anyone else is DCing.
Relaunch my game.
Yeah.
Does Edge still want that lap or?
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, just chuck Tutor and invite if you can.
Yeah.
Edge doesn't want his
Toodle's not
on board anymore. So
online at the moment.
Tutor will be a lowercase t, so it'll be towards the bottom.
He's not online at the moment for me. I did. He definitely automated because I got.
Alright.
Once Two-Door, see if he can come back online for me in a sec. Or I can try and find him offline.
Yeah, it's just restarting his PC. He blue screened, I think.
Awesome.
Not so sure what happened with Flubber, and my game has just crashed as soon as I went into the invite thing, so come back now.
Alright, well while we try and sort that out, I will get what's left of this quali. Gangster has gone wide and invalidated. Vrooms is on another lap. Needs a big lap here if he wants to get out of this session. He's got some traffic ahead of him. Vrooms has left the session too.
Not too sure what's happening. Just check the new rules that's gone through. Alright.
Are you in or?
Yeah, I'm back in. Yep.
Okay. Are you? cannot get 2 door in just yet.
Just
either.
try and get rooms in. Yeah, 2 doors still restarting, so see what happens there. Sent rooms an invite.
Oh,
If
yeah,
he
May
isn't back in yet.
I think he was on an in-lap anyway. Rooms is still out.
Sure, what's happening with this lap?
And Flubber is back in, so this is on lap. We did just watch.
Looks like...
Faded's the only one on the flyer currently, I think.
Yep. Flubber's AI looks to have been doing that. Unless he's back in.
He did get back in, yeah. So he's just got out in time. He dives in the pits. What is that? No, that's cross eyes. No. One Ferrari on track. Anyway,
Thanks
Faded
for that,
though.
Sammy.
Faded needs a massive lap here to get out of Q2. There's all the guys in front of him on outlaps as well, other than Minmay. So he needs a big...
It's 5 tenths up. So it'll be close between him and the drop zone, but Bangabar's retired. He's probably safe. But we've got Vrooms. He'll be out. He doesn't have enough time. Right, Faded Menace. 5 tenths up. Last corner goes very deep. Up to the line. Goes P12. He's out in Q2 along with Vrooms. See where Flubber goes.
Faded is a Div 6 driver reserving up tonight. It's not a bad effort, but yeah, just not enough.
Flubber's through
Flubber's
this stage as well, pushing Minmed out.
But there's some guys on laps behind Gangster, I think.
There's a McLaren right behind him.
Yeah, some McLaren, the both Mercedes, also on laps. See what Gangster can do. He was quite quick in quality last week, I believe. So he can be quick in quality. He's got a few cars behind him here, so hopefully there's no issues here. McLaren and a Ferrari.
Got Buck and Bronco on a lap as well, finishing his lap. Come to the final corner now. He needs to... Oh, goes very deep. He needs a better lap to get through to Q3, and he's through. He's safe. And I think that's Matty up to P5. Got Vettel going pole by over 3 tenths.
Wow, that's a solid lap.
Got Tyler, he's already safe. He's 3 tenths up, looking to beat Vettel. But it's Mercedes 1-2. Doesn't quite beat him, but still a 1-2 for the Mercs. Faded Menace, he is out, he doesn't have fuel. Gangster, just finishing his lap now in Sector 3. Looks like he's going to run out of fuel though. He doesn't have too much battery, he goes very wide.
I think that's it.
But it's somehow not invalid. Up to the line, DRS open, and he's through.
Still goes 8th. Wow.
I'm not too sure how he's done that, but yeah, that's interesting game physics there.
Very interesting.
But it's Chef, Flubber, Minmap, Faded Menace, and Vrooms out in Q2. I'll get them in.
Yeah, unfortunate there for those guys, but Vrooms unfortunately couldn't get in time to set another time as well. Faded reserving up tonight. Minmay looked just like a bit of timing there, I would say, was the issue, but that is your top 10 through. We have both Mercs in P1, Bangalabao Asif in P3, Cross Eyes P4, ADOS P5. Very risky retiring early in the session. Matty AU got into P6, Bucking Bronco 7th, Gangster 8th, Two Door 9th, and Blackburn just getting through in 10th. Very close there.
just trying to get these people in the comms box. I can't find Vrums's Discord.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no issues for rooms when... Very unfortunate, mate. So we just wait now for everyone to get their setup sorted. See if you guys jump in the comms box soon, hopefully.
Frums doesn't have the Division 5 role, so I can't tag him.
It's okay.
Same with Faded Menace, so I'll get these 3 in the comms box.
Yeah, Faded's won't jump in. So all good as we see a Mercedes dive out. I think that's both Mercs diving out. Ferrari also jump into Q3. Everyone will be wanting to get some times in early. Hassig out on track again first. They love getting the first time in. Cross-Eye's the only Hass now free to Q3. Flutter's left the session.
Flutter's left again. I'll send him another one. That'll be the second invite.
It's very bright and sunny now on track. No threat of rain at the moment. Doesn't know what it wants to do, the weather.
Yeah, well, it said it was raining, and Edges just said rain in 5, so I'm not too sure I believe that, but we'll just have to see.
I've seen crazier things. I mean, everyone's out on track. I wouldn't be surprised, but it does look really nice and sunny at the moment. Cross-Eyes will be the first to start his lap. In desperate struggle to get out on track first. He's definitely pushing on this out lap.
Vrooms, if you want, you can join the comms box for an interview, if you would like. Looks like we've got Minman here as well. Get started on the interviews.
Alright, Minmay, mate, very unfortunate there. You looked like you were safe at one point, and then it all just came tumbling down in the end. Tell us a little bit about your last lap. Did you feel like you had a little bit more in it?
It's pretty easy to look back and say that you made some mistakes and pick up whereabouts you went wrong during the lap. But with the disconnects that were happening, and the weather radar is a bit messed up, I think, today. Something's going wrong with the Texas weather radars. It's telling me all sorts of things. So. I felt a bit rushed to go into getting that last lap in. Maybe I was a little bit cautious because I thought the rain was going to come, like it was telling me it was going to, which in terms it didn't. But I also wanted to make sure that I completed that lap before it was red flagged, just in case we were to go off the Q2 results. So it was a bit of a funky situation. I feel like I'm usually the one that's caught out in these situations, unfortunately. I need to just be careful and take my time a little bit more, but really think things through. But yet again, wasn't one to really desire at all. Got a bit more pace in me. Race pace on drives felt good. I don't know if I'm leaking a little something to you lot here, but it's supposedly saying it's supposed to rain in the race, but I don't know how much I trust it after what it was telling me in qualifying. So we'll see how the wet weather pace stacks up, if that is to be the case. But unfortunate, pretty low in the pack.
Yeah, I mean, mate, it's not the end of the world where you're starting, but it's very hard to get it right with everyone diving out at the pitch with the weather, obviously. Looking forward to the race. Do you like the rain, mate? Like, do you feel like you could make up some positions if it did bucket down, and do you feel like that would be where the race is going to come to?
I think that there's a chance I can't really say that I'm too fond of the rain or Cota as a whole, I guess, but you know, it's not exactly a track I've practiced wet weather racing in, but I don't know if it would be something that many others have done as well. So I guess it'll depend on patience and seeing how comfortable all the other boys are. But you know, if we need to make adjustments to setups while we can, if it's raining pre-race or if it's supposed to rain later on in the race, then, yeah, you know, we'll make those slight adjustments and just try and make ourselves feel comfortable so that we can give it a good crack in the race.
Yeah, that's always what you got to do, man. So good luck, and I'll hand you over to your TP.
G'day, Min-Map.
Hey mate, traditions at this point, hey?
You're right, mate. Just, I know you could have got through to Q3, but yeah, just looked like some unfortunate timing there. Boss has come through saying it was raining on your visor, so I'm not too sure about that one. I was going to ask, is it going to rain in the race? But no one really knows at this point, eh?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't exactly give a full explanation of what happened in qualifying, but the reason everyone rushed out on a used set at the start there is because at the start of Q2 it was telling everyone that it was supposed to rain in about 5 minutes time after the start. So everyone dove out and gave it a red crack. On my in lap, I was giving the radar a bit of a check and I was like, oh, yeah, not too sure, like don't think it'll rain sort of thing. Looked pretty sunny outside. But then, yeah, got back into the pits and it was pretty adamant that it was still going to rain. It started looking a little bit darker out there. And yeah, so we're like, oh, you know, we don't really want to risk anything here. So me and Tudor went out a bit earlier than we were going to. And obviously more so than optimal time to go out. Just to try and set a good lap time, get us a little bit more up if the rain were to come. Yeah, which it didn't. So, is what it is. I'm hoping that the weather radar in the race will be a bit nicer to us and can just be a bit more straightforward. I don't know if I stole its lunch money or something, but it's keeping secrets from me for some reason. So, I don't think that we're getting along too well today. So, yeah, hopefully I can get a little bit of a nice present or something like that, and it can be a little bit nicer to me.
If you're going to give it a present, might as well do it quickly because we've only got 4 minutes left and then we've got the race. So, yeah, good luck in the race, mate. But, yeah, take it very carefully.
But we'll do, boys. Cheers and best of luck with them.
Alright, riding on board with...
Oh wait, really sorry. Can I quickly just button? I got a message from the boys with surprise. You know, it's been raining a lot and stuff like that, and I heard that you were having a shower before.
Get out of here. Anyway, back to you, Judah. Back to you. I'm not gonna.
I don't even know what that was.
Anyway, on that. Not gonna feed him.
Yeah, back to Broncos hot lap.
And
He's on a solid lap right now. He's got batteries still to burn. Well, not heat, but shouldn't run out here. Gets this done well with validation there. It should be a very solid time from him, but it has to be because I don't think he will get back to time to get back out again. Gets 5 with 32.0.
Yeah, he looks to have enough fuel to go again. Actually, no, he's just hit the red indicator, so he'll be done for Q3. He won't have enough time to go back around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it for him.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the timing right there.
We've got Gangster starting his lap now, leaving enough time to go again if he invalidates. But it looks pretty common. He goes to none for turn 1 in qualifying. Burns it all coming out of turn 1 through the start of sector 1 here into the S is very tricky. Again, very tricky to get right if you invalidate here. like I was saying before, enough fuel and time to go again. Takes it really nicely. Oh, goes very deep. Almost invalidates. So he might be looking to back off and go again.
Yeah, he looks like he's still sending it. Still committed on this lap.
He must still be up on his time, but he's got not much battery left.
Yeah, he needs to back off of the overtake. It should recover a little bit, but big long straight now. This needs to be a solid time again. Like, I don't think he's going to have time to go again or rebuild his battery now. Flashing fuel anyway. It's all or nothing now for Gangster.
Oh no, he's 8/10ths down.
Yeah, he's lost it all in that
So
sector.
he'll need to go to none, try and get some battery back if he has any chance of improving. But
I think he's going to run out of
it's
fuel.
going to be it. Yeah, it's going to be it for him.
Yeah.
Unless he can find 8/10ths here, but doubt it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he looked like it was a really solid first sector until he went under obviously deep. Anyway, we've got a heap of cars on outlaps now. I'm just trying to see who will be the first. It looks like, of course, it will be
Cross-eyes starting.
Cross-eyes. First,
Shocker.
yeah, always the first to start his lap. Brings his battery up to 7th now.
Also got Ados pretty close to, I believe, Vettel. So he'll be getting a bit of a tow as well.
The worst idea, Vettel has been really rapid. So if you can get tow off him, it would be very beneficial. Cross-eyes, those all eyes on him. He has been really quick. Currently P2 has a chance at pole here. So we could be really interesting here. Because we got a prediction. Jump all over that.
Stop getting free tows, Edge says in chat.
Go away, Edge.
Oh, where's the Williams?
Oh.
But they don't like it when it happens back to them. Like in Baku Div 3, isn't that right, Ditto?
What are you talking about, mate?
About you and Josh, mate.
Oh.
Bangla Buyer's going to be cutting it a bit close here. Actually, no, he's fine. He's 15 seconds left.
Cross-eyes goes
so he'll be
fastest
the last
in that
one.
second sector. This is
Yeah,
a
looking
solid
like a good
time
lap
now.
from him so far.
Yeah, he's already. If he finishes with that sector, he will be pole at this point. But Vettel is improving also behind. It's a shootout for pole. Could we see a 1-2 here for the Mercs? Cross-eyes finishes.
Last corner now.
Still got enough battery
Oh.
too. Jeez, it's on the limit. 31.5. Well done. Goes fastest for
Bangla
now.
Buyer's invalid, so he won't get pole.
It is Tyler now next across the
Tyler now.
line. And he stays where he is,
no.
and Vettel will be the next. And he
Tyler's
goes
a tenth and a half up, and he
fastest.
goes pole.
And Ados is the next, and he goes to 8th. Who else is the Red Bull of Matty? See where he can put that car. Comes around the final 2 corners now. Gets it all
Oh,
wrong.
Yeah, he's coming into the pits
Comes into
now.
the pits. So he's done. He
Giving up
cannot
on that
improve.
one.
Captain Blackburn's the last on a lap. And
It's
two
2/10ths up.
I think.
Yeah, that's 2-door. Captain Blackburn's 2/10ths up at the moment. Runs out of deploy. Goes P5. 2-door. 5/10ths up. He's looking for pole here.
Could
Burns
be a
all his
shot.
battery. Opens Eris up to
Goes
the line.
second.
And it's
Oh,
P2.
that is so
by
close.
0.03 of a second.
Jeez, that is
Wow.
crap. That
And
is
Bangla Buyer's invalid.
wow. So he's just starting
That is-
grid for top 10.
That's so close between Vettel and 2-door. Could even put Cross-eyes in that as well.
Yeah, 505 to a 502.
Also look at, I got to see it for a little bit, Captain Blackburn and Bucking Bronco. There's about half, 100 of a second between them. So
Wow.
super close there.
There you go. So what are we doing here? We're just going to see how this race goes at the start. I think so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Got the grids. Take a screenshot of that. And we are ready for should be a solid race there. Everyone keen to get back in. It's always frustrating when you get knocked out, obviously, in Q1. Or Q2, and you have to sit and watch everyone else go qualifying, so everyone will be eager as to get on track now. So we just wait for the timer. That was interesting. It was all about timing. There's still no rain. I don't know if everyone's just playing mind games here or what, because we haven't seen a drop of rain on track yet. Oh, jeez.
It's raining.
Yep,
It's definitely raining.
it's really raining.
We'll see a mix of wets and inters, I believe. Doesn't look too bad, actually. There is some water in the pit lane there, but
Does not look too bad, but it's definitely wetter than we had in quali. These boys will have to adjust off this race start, and will be interesting to see if they're running wet setups like we stated in quali. Could be very interesting here. See a few guys chop through the field that don't normally.
I'm just trying to see the weather, what it's looking like for the whole race. It's looking wet all the way through with the inters. So,
Awesome.
yep, it is raining. It is rain. There's Bolt saying it's raining all race. So,
Awesome.
people have gone for the wet setups. Yeah, clearly dry hedge. Just look at that pit lane. Looks like we're about to go green.
Yeah, I'll let you take us away.
Any second now. So we've got 5 red lights. And they're away. Held for quite a while there. It looks like a good launch from Tudor, but also a good launch from Vettel. Getting away from everyone else. Tudor up the inside of Vettel. Looks to go a little bit deep, but he takes the lead for turn 1. Oh, we've got a little bit of carnage at the back with Blackburn, yeah. There's even more in the midfield. Looks like Minmez down a place. I think that was Bronco down a couple of places. SJ and NZT Chef side by side. Look ahead of them. There's Minmez and Vrooms side by side as well. Vrooms and Blackburn Bronco side by side. Vrooms has gone straight. No, that's lag.
I don't know.
Vrooms is lagging quite a lot.
I don't know if he's back in control of that car either, because
Look behind Vrooms though. SJ's going for it on Minmez.
SJ and big contact there.
Chef follows him through. Sure what happened there at the back. There's some contact with the wheelies.
Yeah, Min spun. I don't think Ados lost his wing from that though. He was earlier contact with Blackburn, but yeah, unfortunate stuff for both Williams there. And Blackburn has fallen
Very
all
sketchy
the way
at the
down
moment.
to 16. Very sketchy. Everyone trying to find the grip on this track. Just trying to see where to look at the moment. Everyone's going for moves. As we see up the top, Banglabar Asif trying to get past Tyler. Very close.
We've got Ados going for it on Minmez as well. And he gets through. I have noticed that there's Minmez slide there. I have noticed that there's 2 cars that are yellow on fuel, which means they are under fuel. And it's the 2 kicks.
Probably not a bad idea.
So it has been some practice here. Not really with the wet, but obviously in the dry. So hopefully it transitions over to the wet. Vettel was right on the back of Tudor. Would have broken DRS to crosswise if it was active, but obviously in this weather it's not, except for Edge, who thinks it's dry for some weird reason.
Tudor really throwing the car in, trying to break away from Vettel, but we'll run through the field a little bit and see what's going on here. Vettel currently chasing down Tudor. We've got Crosseyes and P3s trying to stay in that slipstream. Obviously no DRS at the moment. Tyler well and truly in this battle. His teammate up in P2 currently would like to get behind him. Banglabar looking really confident in the wet. Gangsters are currently in P6. He's looking quite strong too here.
Flubber's going for it on Maddie.
Flubber is.
Maddie's not looking too confident in the wet. He's lost his wing. He has half a wing. So some pretty bad damage there for Maddie.
Yeah, just seeing A's lost an end plate, so he might be struggling a little bit. I think Ados is also lost an end plate. And I think these boys have just chosen to stay out though, because obviously they can get the car around. Moving a little bit down, Broncos trying to make do with that, get past Maddie now.
We've got Faded and Blackburn side by side. Faded gets through. Blackburn just can't do anything. Matty gets back past Flubber in a spot you don't really see an overtake there. It was, I think, the inside of the sweeping right. Which is a good move from him.
It's Flubber tries to limit the damage. Bucking Broncos are looking quite quick. Everyone's the interesting few names looking a little bit quicker in the wet than they did in the dry, obviously. Tudor has left the session.
Oh no, get him back in. He might have just blue screened again, so see if it's online.
That is not good. So the race leader, unfortunately, DC never what we want, and it's going to bank everyone back up now.
I've sent Tudor an invite. Thoughts?
Hopefully,
But he's... Oh, there's the first 3 seconds. He is sort of pulling away from Vettel.
yeah, maybe
You can't get past him.
quicker in the wet.
Yeah, it looks like Vettel's going to go for a dive down the inside here. A massive dive. He's burning. So is Tudor's AI. Goes a little bit defensive. He's going to brake early. Vettel brakes later, but behind there's
Absolute
Tyler and
chaos
Crosseyes
here.
going side by side.
Yeah, this is causing a
Tyler
lot of, a lot of late
On the
braking
outside now. Just taps Tudor. Crosseyes.
Everyone trying to make,
Still. Oh, Tyler on Tudor. Hits him. I don't know if there's any damage there. Trying to go around the outside now.
Hopefully Tudor can get back in as soon as possible. Yeah, very unfortunate here. This is allowing the top to run away a little bit now. Cross-size, massive. Oh, Gangster goes for a late move for the last turn there. Doesn't get it done. See everyone else calming down now. Trudor's not losing too many positions just yet, so hopefully.
Bang will die on him though.
Yeah.
Looks to get past. Same with Crosseyes. There's a snap on the outside of turn 1. Can't get it here. It's going to get held up heaps here. Oh no, there's Gangster there as well. Where did he come from?
I have no idea what that was then, but someone's lost an airplane, I think, or it's just a bit of debris.
Doesn't look like there's any damage there.
Moves down the back. Rooms gets past SJ. He has copped a penalty, as we saw earlier, but up in P10, he has got a race pace, he said. Let's see how he goes. Moves down the back. Blackburn gets done. Cross-eyes and Matty swap spots too.
Matty was slow out of that corner, allowing Flubber to get through. Bronco looks for it as well. Don't want to pit maneuver someone here. They're getting very close to each other. Bronco looks down the inside.
Oh,
Matty's
God,
just pushing him through. They're trying to get past Tudor's AI.
Yeah, this is going to end badly here. These boys just need to be patient. Everyone trying to navigate through the AI, but there's Gangster just
3-way
sends it.
dive bomb.
Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
ideal.
Again, they're just hit by the contact model. Gangster's gone for a 3-man dive bomb. Tudor can't control the rejoin here, and he's in last now. So I'm sure that'll be a ticket or noted if that was on the stream.
Was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate there for Tudor. Hopefully we can get him in sooner rather than later to limit the damage, but yeah, last place now. Not ideal.
Minna getting very close to Captain Blackburn. Tudor's back in. Doesn't look like he has any damage. I think Gangster did then. Have a little look. Rooms gets another 3 second. It's way too early to be getting these pens. That was the Sector 3, one of the slow lefts.
Sector 3, yeah, the left hand of the right hand. I don't know if that looked. SJ though getting quite close to this battle pack ahead. Talking about that battle pack. Gangster and Rooms going at it here.
I'll be putting it in for onboard thunderbolts. That's all I need to know. Just this lap 5. We've got Gangster going down the inside of Rooms, trying to taps him as well, forcing Vrims off the track. SJ's behind them, looking to go for a move, but it just
Needs
doesn't
to be really
work.
careful here. Just getting in badly. He needs to be patient. Pick these guys off.
Yeah, true. Depending on what was on the stream, and whether those things will be noted, Thunderbolts. But Vrims is going very wide there. Gangster's all over the place. He's going for the overtake into the last corner. No, Vrims is gone very defensive there, looking to go into the pits, but not opting to go in. To be slowing up everyone behind as well.
Interesting. Moving up a little bit further, Bronco is now reeled in Maddie again in that 6/10 range as NCT and ADOS.
Oh! Massive snap for ADOS.
Yeah, ADOS's car's looking really damaged, looking less fun, not looking great. So that again, Gangster though now on the back of Ruins. These guys are going out.
So the closest battle we've got at the moment is that hot bottom pack, but we also see Bronco and Maddie getting pretty close as well, and the Mercedes. As it gets to the pit windows, if they haven't been taking care of their tyres, then they'll have to box sort of towards the same time. NZT Chef, I think, just got past SJ, looking to get past Gangster as well. Behind the ADOS, getting past Blackburn. Can SJ try and follow him through? No, he can't. But he might be able to. In the middle of the corner, I think ADOS has just hit him again. Down the inside. For SJ doesn't work out, but Blackburn on the inside of ADOS. There's a little bit of contact there. SJ goes very wide, looks to lock his rears a little bit. This is some very, very hard racing. Gets past ADOS. ADOS has a bit of a moment.
Both McLarens just sliding through there.
Yeah.
That was a cool sight there. So you see a pit stop.
Gangster, who has missed it completely. Grims is coming into the pits as well. He almost hit the wall on the entry. Again, just like Dynasty did in Division 4. Just going to keep bringing that up. But we've got ADOS and Minmare trying to go side by side. Faded Menace and Tudor. Tudor's back in the lobby and he's right on the back of Faded Menace. He's caught up heaps. So we may see a little bit of a comeback drive here. We've got Minmare very close there to ADOS.
Yeah, everyone's just sort of trying to hold on to the pit stop start. Bronco's still really on the back of Maddie here. He looks like he might be going
So
for it.
he's going to go for it here.
He's going to burn all the way down. He's got a lot more battery. And he should be able to
Just
get
letting him go.
Yeah, he should be able to get that move done, no problems there. We'll jump back up the top as the Mercedes seem to be really working well here. They've broken away from that.
We've got Minmare going for it on ADOS. We've got Tudor going for it on Faded. Both of them get it done. No, sorry, ADOS and Minmare still side by side. But ADOS defends it. But yeah, up to the Mercs, like you were saying before.
Yeah, they're doing
really well in their favour.
Yeah, doing really well. They're trying to break away from Banglabar. But that battle for P3 is very intense. You've got Crosswise squeezed in between two Ferraris there. Doing really well though, Crosswise is.
Yeah, he's just trying to burn the battery to get past, but Banglabar's burning it in the exact same spots, so you just can't do anything. We've got a couple pit stops now from ADOS and SJ. Might be going for the 3 stop, it looks like.
Yeah. Interesting. I know ADOS has got a front wing that's hanging off.
Yep, he's fixing that now.
He's probably had enough of driving with that. Flubber looked like he's might go for the move soon on the sides here. What do the Ferraris and Mercs do? They've got to obviously react soon and also be careful of that double stack. Obviously the kicks are very close to Williams as well. But that is something to keep in mind. And Flubber's really sliding it out of what turn that is. I think the Mercs is swapping position.
Yep. Looks like they're just letting each other through. Maybe Tyler's getting a bit quick. Vettel's just kind of ruined his tyres to the point where it's Tyler's show, and that's allowed the train of Banglabai Crosshires and Flubber to kind of catch up.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. They can really see him now.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing the more they fire. As we go down here, Minmay and Tudor starting to crawl in this race again. Obviously, Tudor's got a lot to make up from where he was, and he'll be very frustrated with that. So watch out for him. He'll be on a charge through this field. He's already up into P10, so solid effort from him.
From last run to P10, so...
Yeah. This battle for P3 is not getting any worse. Fossice is looking like he might want to go for it soon, but he's got no battery.
Blackburn's in the pits. Oh, he's just scraped the wall on the entry. Minmez also in. Very close there.
Sucks to see some pit stops now. Everyone will probably react soon as Flower is getting very keen on the back of Fossice. I keep saying that, but I think he's going to have to go for it soon. He's got all the battery in the world. Hasn't used a single drop of it this lap. Probably not in the worst position, just sitting behind him. They will be frustrated. I think this is one of our closest battles on the track.
Yeah, they've got to be careful of the overcut and undercut too, as SJ gets a 3 second. He's the second driver to get 3 second now.
Very
The strategy calls are going to be massive in the rain here.
Absolutely, mate. We'll make and break this race, I think, and obviously a safety car could really shake things up too. See
This
Flower.
Ferrari has train getting very close.
Yeah, he's really fighting the car for it. So you can see the tyres just not liking it.
Oh, Flubber. Flubber looks to go for it as well. Cross eyes. Oh, Banglabai had a bit of a moment. Cross eyes goes for it on the outside. Doesn't quite work. Flubber tries to follow that mistake through. He goes up the inside. Still side by side. Little drag race, but he gets past Cross eyes.
Yeah.
And also Ferrari 3-4.
He'll be happy with that. He didn't have to obviously force the overtake. The mistake helped him. So Cross eyes now into P5. Behind both Ferraris. Rooms gets another penalty. I think that's about 12 or 9. It's Blackburn and SJ still on track together. Both are pitted. Ados goes fastest. So the track looks like it's getting quite dry.
Just saw Matty coming out of the pits, pushing Ados a little bit wide there on the exit, but he is ahead. That allowed Minman to get through as well. Matty's really pushing this car on the outlap here, going for the undercut.
This is a good little battle here. Minmay really pushing to hang on.
And Tudor's already up to 8th run on the back of Chef. He looks to go for the dive, but fakes him out. Yeah, really good drive from Tudor so far as well.
Yeah, that's a solid recovery, and he's obviously hanging on into this top lead pack. He's in the right spot for some drama ahead too. If he can keep, if these top, for that P3 position, keep fighting, these two are going to get Tudor and NZT will be knocking on their door very soon, and Bronco.
There's a little bit of chaos behind. Vrooms gets past Matty, and Ados looks for it on Minman. He gets on the grass and has a little bit of a spin. Gangster goes for it as well. Almost hits Minman again at the same corner where he's going to get the onboard steward for before. We've got Vrooms going off track. Matty goes through. Oh, he's all over the place.
Really,
oh no, what is... Oh no, that's not good there. Midnight's got damage.
Yeah, that was a very, very average rejoin there.
Yeah, that's
Big
they're going to be
damage
looked at from the onboards.
front of the kick, I think. And possibly ADOS
for that.
again too.
10.
See what happens there. Move a little bit further up now. 2 door on the back of Chef. Really getting close now. 2/10 of 3/10. We'll let you run on board with it, but mate will be right back at the bathroom.
Oh, good man. Looks like 2 doors going to look to get past NZT Chef very, very soon, burning a lot of battery, but so is Chef. With the slipstream though, 2 door goes to the outside, Chef goes to the inside, looks to get it just around the outside. I think Vrooms has spun in sector 1. 2 door looks to get it done. He's done it up to P5. So looking like a really good recovery drive from him so far. Gone from first to last, back to 5th, but remember he hasn't pit yet. So that may hurt him, but there's going to be a lot of people doing the 3-stop. NZT almost spins on the long flat right. We've got Flubber in the pits, Brooms with another 3 second. That brings him up to 12. So not too good from him. We've got a couple more people in the pits. We've got Faded also in the pits. Fucking Bronco goes very deep onto the last corner. 2 Ferraris pretty close to each other there on the pit exit. Just trying to see where Faded will come out. We'll be really close to these people on the pit exit here. Ditto, I think you're back.
Yeah. He will lose out to that undercut massively there.
Yeah. Toodle's already dropped Chef by almost 3 seconds.
He's on a charge
in A lap.
Yeah, P4 now.
Yeah, he's looking really quick in the wet here. I think he's just gone for a wet setup, but that wouldn't be the case because he got pole in Q1. So
yeah,
P2 in Q3, of course.
Yeah, he's really taken that disconnect by the chin and recovering quite well. Blackburn's quite close to Bronco. Bronco looks to be struggling a little bit in the wet. Pace, he has pitted though.
He has, yeah. Doesn't really look like he's catching the cars in front though. Flubber pit as well. Both Ferraris did, so it's not looking too great from Bronco. He's got Blackburn right behind him though. Bangler by gets a 3 second.
That's huge.
He tries to go for it on Chef. Fresh tyres to old tyres. Isn't going to work. He goes up the inside. We've got another yellow. That is ADOS. He's spun into the wall. I think he's got even more damage now. I'll have to have a bit of a look. Bangler by gets past Chef, and Flubber's going to look to do the same as well.
Yeah, it's gone bad to worse for ADOS, hasn't it? He's got this race tonight.
We've got...
Sorry, something must have happened to NCT days. Big mistake. He's losing a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, God.
Remember, he is on old tyres,
Yeah,
so...
He definitely needs to pull the trigger here.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go for the 2-stop. It's really split on strategies here. Couple of people going for the 2-stop, 3-stop. Some people are going to be forced to do the 4-stop. I think Vrooms is in chat complaining about that. Looks like Maddie's going for it on SJ. Look to dive down the inside before the straight. SJ goes for the switchback on very similar age tyres. Squeezes him right to the outside. And it looks like he is going to get the job done, but Maddie's burning. He's only got 30% compared to SJ's 90. And it looks like he's not going to fight it, or he might try it down the inside. He's going for it, but it's very late. And Maddie just gets ahead.
Yeah, this battle's going to intensify now. SJ's trying to push
Vroom's within 15 seconds of Pens now. It's gonna really hurt him.
Yeah. Yes, it will. SJ needs to use some of the batteries or full battery. Go back up the top because Tudor. Vettel is pitted, so I wonder if that's going to call Tudor to react and cross eyes and obviously Tyler. Because yeah, interesting here. If they don't react, there's a bit of an undercut as we've seen throughout the rest of the
SJ's pitting as well. I think he might have had damage. But those tyres are only 6 laps old. No damage. He's just pitting for the tyres. So looks like the 4 stop there for SJ. Possibly. But we'll have to wait and see. Pretty close to ADOS on the pit exit there, but that's all right there.
Yeah, so the tyres must be absolutely cooking.
Yeah, well, I did see SJ sliding around quite a bit, so that might be the reasoning behind that. But I have sort of noticed Tudor is keeping very similar pace to Banglabai on 13 lap inters compared to 3. So at this stage, looks like Banglabai is going to go to the end on these tyres, but they're going to be pretty average by the end.
Yeah. Still a long way to go. Still got over 10 laps, but Tyler's
He's getting super close. Oh, Banglabai tries to go around the outside, switches to the inside, and Tudor had to let him through because he is coming into the pits. Very careful of that wall. So Tyler cross eyes and Tudor in the pits.
So we're going to have to push hard now. I don't think the two Ferraris are going to
Yeah, but they might be forced to. The tyres might just get to that point where they're either way too slow or, as we saw last night in Division 4, a puncture. But he was on softs. That's ADOS. No, that's Gangster. He sort of hit the pit wall on the entry. That's twice. Twice he's done that.
Everyone's sort of spread out now after that range of pit stops. I mean, the closest battle's the two Ferraris. Then you go sort of a bit kicks close together too. Everyone's sort of relaxing now. Vettel and Tyler will be quite quick on that new set of tyres. Ones to watch, because I think they'll be one of the reel these guys in.
Yeah.
I think the top two will have to pit again, or they're going to lose a lot of time here.
Got Tudor catching Maddie at a rate of knots. I think it's about a second this lap already. Maddie's not burning. Tudor is. It looks like he's just trying to give him the racing line. Either that or he might try and defend. As we'll see. Tudor tries to go around the outside. He is defending it. But he just sticks ahead. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. But Maddie having a little moment. Goes very wide. Tudor tries to go around the outside of Maddie in what I'm going to start calling the gangster corner.
These two still side by side.
Flubber fast lap.
It wasn't as easy as he was hoping, but he got it done.
Flubber's starting to gap Banglabai as well. It's about a second this lap. So, not looking too great there. Blackburn's in the pits. He's going for the SJ strat as well. This one's probably a restop, but I have to wait and see.
What's happened there? I thought it was just a massive glitch, but anyway.
Got Minma and Faded Menace super close to each other.
Battling out for P10. It's solid drive for Faded and Minmay so far. Minmay, obviously, was in the comments box before talking about his elimination, but Faded reserving up and Minmay struggling on this track. They're in the battle for some good points tonight. Minmay, though, in touch of Maddie, and the closer these guys get, it's going to help them both. But this is going to quickly turn into a three-car battle, and also NZT is right behind. So this is a little battle that might intensify quickly.
He is catching quite quickly. Also got Crosseyes catching Bronco by a little bit as well. But yeah, this battle's what we're focused on at the moment. Minmount on 30%,
Vettel
Faded
too.
on 50, and then Maddie on 70.
Vettel too, yeah, like you said, Cota's in the back. Might jump back up there quickly because obviously podium positions. Banglabar seems to look like the minute the tyres hit that 5 to 6 lap range, they're dead. Banglabar really struggling. You might have to see these guys pit again, but they've left it really late now. I don't know, it's just interesting to see how quickly the injuries are going.
Tudor's just got the fastest lap by, I think that's almost about a second.
Yeah, he's on the charge, he's currently P7.
Yeah, he's the only driver in the 43s with the fastest lap. The closest, I believe, is Flubber with a 44.8, so over a second quicker.
He's definitely charging with the power in the data to Tudors at this point. I mean, you did
Most
see him
definitely.
last, and I mean, I don't think we've seen the end of him yet. He's definitely the most comfortable
yep.
track in the world. Right?
Got Ados into the pits as well.
Back here too with Faded and NZT and all the rest. It's getting big.
Fader's having a couple moments. Chef tried to follow him through Blackburn with a 3.
Not as many track limits penalties as we were expecting. Guys taking an extra cautious in the wet.
Yeah, extra cautious, or the game might just not give him a pen for it.
Yeah, there's been a lot
If you're having a moment, there's a yellow flag that is Vroom's.
He's stuck, he's in the gravel.
Got.
No, there's a Ferrari.
Looks like he's going again. There's a Ferrari though. That looks fine to me.
Yeah, he got out of the way.
Just.
He needs to be careful because the other two.
There's more cars coming though.
Race is just not going plenty tonight.
Speaking of these other cars that are coming, Vettel and Tyler have both caught up to the back of Banglabai. So Banglabai is going to try and hold them up so Flubber can get away even more.
Flubber's 5.6 seconds though. That's not just serious pace there. He's on some serious pace at the moment. We got yellows down there.
Yeah, he's struggling on his tyres quite a bit. He was saying in chat, 37% on his tyres. Midnight gets past Maddie, but they're still going side by side into turn 1. Maddie tries to go around the outside, gets it done. There's Chef as well trying to follow Maddie through. Side by side through sector 1. This is scary. Remember, Mimnaz got damage on his left side. There's contact, forcing Mimnaz to cut the track a little bit. I think he got on the legal there. And Crosseyes, Chef, and it gives him a bit of a tap for good measure. Faded cuts the track. The lobby's not cooked, SJ.
Oh, what's happened there? That's just Frooms getting all the way.
I'm not seeing anyone else have issues. Just try and drive onto the wet SJ.
What's wrong?
SJ's in chat saying the lobby's cooked, but I think it's just his tyre wear. So SJ, just try and drive onto the standing water, so off the racing line on the straights. That'll cool down the tyres a little bit. With the 4 drivers leaving as well, they were for completely separate reasons. Blackburn goes for it on Faded.
Yeah, there's a lot of passing going on here. NZT also on Maddie. Gets the job done.
Maddie's struggling quite a lot.
Get the job done. Broncos in the pits. Maddie gets a free second.
Yeah, that is Cota and wet as well, so the tyres aren't too great. That's just Frooms letting people through. It looks like the dry line is starting to form as well, so it's
it could almost be
not going to help the tyres.
with the way this game is. Tyler, Vettel still haven't managed to get past Bangladesh, and that gap at the front now is 7.8 seconds.
Yeah, Bangladesh just burning exactly where Vettel and Tyler are. Goes to the inside, tries to go defensive, but Vettel goes for it as well. Tyler around the outside of his teammate. Doesn't make it work. But they are going to have to get past pretty soon. Yellow flag. That's Vroom's, I believe, just letting even more drivers through.
Yes, so this
At this stage, is being lapped by almost the person in the position in front of him, which isn't too great there. Struggling with tyre wear as well.
battle for P8 at the moment is getting crazy. So, Addy, obviously, and Captain Blackburn have penalties, and Midmay really struggling with that end plate damage too. These boys will both be able to make up that position halfway through the race, but everyone's struggling, you can see on track this weather. And Tyler's actually missing a left end plate, I believe.
Yes, he is. He got very close to a Bangladesh. They go stop through sector 1. Oh no, I think that's going to be noted there. Just note that. Tyler and Bangladesh.
Don't know if that was the place for the move there. I don't know, the camera angles on this car.
Yeah, I think he loses alongside to be granted space, but it's very tricky. But that has allowed Tudor and Crosseyes to get back into this. Fade Menace with a 3.
There's yellows, but I think that's just rooms again, going slow, and SJ's in the pits. So you see a lot of penalties now start to rack up. Still 8 laps remaining in this race. Tudor looking quite like he might want to get this move done. I think that Bangladesh, I don't know if Bangladesh missing one point.
It looks like he was hit on the back, so it doesn't look like he's got damage. But Tudor is right behind him. He might have just got a warning there as well, so needs to be careful with that.
Doesn't want to
actually check. That's definitely a warning for Bangladesh. That was what has just happened.
Tudor is, sorry, not Tudor, Flubber is in the pits. As well as
I've got no idea what's happening. On my screen there's the post-race results.
you have left the session.
No, I haven't left. I can see I can see what's happening, but on my screen there's the post-race results and they're changing. Have I left the session? Yeah. So this is not a red flag because I'm just restarting.
Flubber actually pitted. I don't know if these guys at the top are going to actually. Who's that? Spahn and everyone's in the pits again. So I'm ready for the fight. It'll be interesting to see if Mercedes respond to that. Cross-eyes looking like he might want to upset their party because he's looking like he might take the race lead here. 3/10 off Vettel. They're all struggling with these tyres. Do these guys pit? Obviously Flubber has. They need to react now if they're going to, otherwise they'll leave it too late.
I should be ready for an invite. Once you get a sec.
Yeah,
I'll be towards the bottom. There you go.
These battles though starting to spread apart. Blackburn 1 second away from Massive. We'll jump back at the top though because Cross-eyes. I'm just wondering if these guys pit because I don't know what the tyre situation is, but could they hit puncture territory?
It's definitely possible. I'm still just got communicating on my screen, so I might need to restart my game again. It's a great game, isn't it? Great game.
Banglabar and NCT are very close together now. We've got yellows up the top, I think that's just Froome's getting out of the way, but Banglabar very keen to get past Chef here, needs to make up some time. Frustrating race for some guys tonight, just not, don't know what I was doing there, that was never going to work. Banglabar's just...
Whoa. Yeah, I've just seen that on the stream now.
Yeah, that was never going to work. That's just made his night harder. He's still only in ninth, solid points, but big recovery now. So we go.
He was doing well too.
He was. SJ, 1500 plus ADOS. That was one of the closer battles, and still the closest battle was for Pig 1 battle, and that's brought Tyler into it. Flubber's right there though, and if he catches him, then in trouble. He's on Brandon's eyes. He will absolutely chop him up if he gets to that within that slipstream. And he is rapidly catching his 2.3 now. It was free at the start of the lap. Have they made the right decision here? Tudor will want to get past them so that he can put some sort of barrier between him and Flubber, but Flubber I think is going to be a hard man to stop. What's that yellow for? That's an Aston. It's Bronco, he's lost an end plate. Actually, he's lost his whole wing. Whole right side of his wing. We'll have to fix that, it's unfortunate.
Tyler's got a 3 second as well. Just seen that on the stream.
Wow.
So it's the first driver in the top 6 to get a 3 second. I'm still just trying to join back.
Let's get to another 3 second in this battle at the top. Toodles now under some pressure from Tyler. Get back in, mate. As we can see Vettel and Cross-Eyes battling up the top spot, sorry. Cross-Eyes gets it done around the outside there. Does Vettel hold it? He does, and just bear in mind everyone here is just absolutely screaming on these tornadoes, and Vroom's spun in a very, very bad spot.
Going back in. But yeah, Tyler right on the back of Vettel, and then Flubber's on the inside of Tyler, tries to get it done on the long right-hander. There's a bit of contact.
No, there was actually no contact there, I don't think.
Really?
Could be wrong.
Looked like there was some
close.
contact.
Very
No.
close, but yeah, I think
Almost has spun again.
I think it might be time to go the ball in 4 laps, so I think we can keep on track.
Looks like he has a shun that, sorry, no puncture. But Tudor's going for it on Vettel.
Yes,
Leaves the room on the outside. They're both burning to try to get through, but they're going to go side by side through sector 1. But Flubber's behind, trying to follow them through. Tudor gets it done. Can Flubber follow him through?
Great racing there. There's scary stuff going on inside this sector. On these worn
Got
wet
the leaders
tyres.
catching up to Vrooms again.
This could be dangerous, but hopefully Vrooms has got him out of the way.
Vrooms, if you can hear us, please retire the car. Flubber down the inside of Vettel, gets it done. Vettel goes for the switchback though, doesn't work. Just make sure to come into the pits when you retire, Vrooms. Yep, get out of the way nicely for the leaders.
Well done.
He has a puncture. He's got a puncture. He can't stop the car. He can't stop the car on the inside. That slowed a lot of people down. He's got a rear left puncture, so he may find himself spinning a little bit. But yeah, just come into the pits and retire, please. Back up to the front though. Vettel's out of the 1 second gap to a 1.5 seconds now. Flubber looks for it on Tudor, doesn't go for it though. Very close though.
So we'll have to start chucking name out for driver of the day was already Triddle.
Yeah. I mean, I would do the same, but I'm not too sure if I'm allowed. Yeah, chuck Tudor in there. Gone from first to last back to podium. There's contact between him and Flubber, but he just lets Flubber through. Newer tyres. So, yeah, I think that's definitely a two-door podium. Not a podium, sorry, a driver of the day. Unless anyone has something else to say.
I mean, it's cross-eyes is the number one to champion actually won up 2 names. He's had a really strong drive too.
Yeah, Flubber, he started 12th and he's up to 2nd, so
There's a lot of guys.
it's a good drive from him as well. As he's going for it on cross eyes, there's a yellow, that's still just Vroom's retiring. Flubber goes through and up into P1.
Good move
So-
there. He's on fresh tyres, so it'll be very hard to stop now.
This main battle here is just going to be with Tudor on cross eyes. For P2, I don't think there's anything for them to report against each other, so this is just pure on-track position here for P2.
That's what we want.
Gangster gets another 3.
Yeah, we want it to be decided in the reports, but these guys gearing up for a P2 here. The P1's a bit out of reach, I think, with Flubber's new tyres, but they know that there's massive points on offer here. Mercs are there though, just watch them in the back, but don't get out the tyres or the pace to catch back up at this stage.
No, I remember they do have some damage on, I think, Tyler, so that'll be hurting them as well. But I have noticed that Minmay at the moment, I don't want to commentator curse him, but he doesn't have any penalties.
Yeah.
So if he can get, at this stage he'll get Faded Menace. If the likes of Maddie get another 3 seconds, we'll get him as well. So looking great there. We've got Gangster and SJ. SJ's on the wall.
Oh no.
I've just seen him spin. Can be a safety. I think it must be too late for a safety car, lap 26. But I think he has just spun on his own. He's coming into the pits. He's got no wing.
Very unfortunate. Not the race.
Tudor.
So,
Tudor on cross eyes.
Yeah, going side by side here. Swapping spots again.
But yeah, SJ, he's still on the points, so it's not nothing. But
Yeah, not his race.
Yeah. his tyre wear hasn't been too great too.
No, and it's something that we'll, we might see obviously throughout the rest of the...
Or Ados is spun, then almost rejoins into Buck and Bronco. He goes side by side, Bronco gets through. That might be looked at, not from the onboard steward, I don't think that was on the stream, but yeah, not a good rejoin from him.
Let's see what happens as Minmay is starting to close in a little bit now, so if he can get a little bit closer, I mean his gap needs to be closer than that, but he's definitely going to get faded at this point. 2 minutes swap spots, but Cross Eyes is struggling a little bit. I think he's falling a little bit off to them. 1 second gap.
Yeah, same age tyres, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Tudor's on none on his battery, so
Saving it for this last lap.
yeah. I'm just looking at his telemetry, he seems very comfortable in the wet here.
Yeah, he's had a crazy drive from his recovery, so definitely suiting to the wet. We say that quality, like some guys would like the rain more than the rest, and he may have definitely gone with a wet setup. But I don't think
And
Cross
was
Eyes is going to be able
having moments on every second corner in Sector 1. He might just be going for the drive to your tyres explode and might be aiming for a puncture, but yeah, it's very competitive out there. Toodle's really just dropped Cross Eyes and totally dropping Vettel.
Yeah, it's just survival to the last lap now. I think everyone's going through their race with it is. NCT is quite close to captain though. I think they're on the same sort of penalty, so they are fighting for position. Could go down to the last. It is our closest battle now on track. For P7. But other than that, it's been an eventful race. I mean, slow one with the rain, but
We're getting through it.
these guys are, it's a long one for them, obviously, trying to do that. And obviously, the tyre wheel was an issue tonight, which I had no idea was a thing here. Rain.
It's pretty common too, I think. Don't think this would be the first div where we see rain this week, but
Just hope it rains. That race, mate. I love it.
hope not. Hope not. Yeah, rain's my enemy. We're seeing Captain NZT and Matty getting very close together. Matty's out of battery. NZT looks to go for the move. He's burning yodes down the inside very late. Blocks the rears a little bit. Matty swoops through though. And Vader Menace is behind them, but they're still side by side. There's contact. NZT's in the wall. And has to let Minmeth through. That's a bit of a dodgy rejoin there again. I think Chef has got some possible rear wing damage. Whoa. He's just sliding around into T.
Faded's trying to get involved in this, and Matty almost kicks the side of the McLaren. Does get really spicy. It's the last lap here. Seeing if anyone wants to move.
Oltz is wondering if he can see pens, please.
Flubber as he crosses the line. Great win from him.
Grey win. Almost 12 seconds.
Oh, Blackburn just goes into the
no.
side of Matty there.
Got two-door in his recovery drive. Almost out of fuel as well. But he does get it done. I think he did run out of fuel. That lap was 6 seconds slower than his fastest, so
Faded and
possible.
Matty going toe-to-toe here too.
Got Cross Eyes in P3, Vettel P4, Tyler in P5. What's this battle behind? It looks like NZT gets past Blackburn. Blackburn's got a puncture. Rear left. He's got a rear left puncture, so he's going to be struggling to get it home in front of Gangster. Hopefully he doesn't spin through this last corner. It's going to be very tough. But looks like he's going to bring it home. But yeah, amazing drive from the Ferraris, Mercedes and the Kicks.
See if we can get them into the comps box.
Yep.
But what a race. I'm sure everyone driving in that one is happy it is over. That would have been a hard one to be in for sure.
And then, I just noticed Ados was spun over the line, which is against the rules, so I'm hoping that's not on purpose, but yeah, not good there. Right.
And that is your results. Flubber P1, Two-Door P2, Cross Eyes P3, Vettel P4, Tyler P5, Acid for Banglabar P6, Minmay P7, Matty AU P8, Faded P9, NZT P10, Blackburn P11, Gangster P12, Bronco P13, ADOS 14, SJ 15, and Vrooms unfortunately retiring.
It was a very interesting race there.
Nice, mate.
In the wet, it's pretty exciting though.
It was a lot of action. Usually, it's pretty usually lackluster in rain races, but that was definitely not.
For the most part, it was pretty clean as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those, it'd be an absolute terrible situation to be trying to drive in that with that tyre wear. So yeah, all things considered, sorry, one retirement isn't the worst thing, and it was relatively clean, and we saw some great battles. Everyone was relatively close together too.
Yeah, heaps of battles. So excited to see what the people that we get in the comms box are going to say. But from the look of things, it's not going to be too friendly. So we'll try our best. Toodle is driver of the day, Bolts.
Awesome. I'll jump over to the pre-race. Alright, I don't think we have anyone in just yet. Oh no, we do. We have Cross Eyes. P3 anyway, so we'll kick it off with you, mate. Mate, we obviously spoke before the race. That was a massive effort tonight. Really good qualifying, and obviously the rain in the race. From what we saw, the tyre wear was a big problem, mate. So just tell us a little bit from your eyes how your race went, mate.
Oh, that was shit house. Like, that was disgusting. First stop, my rear tyres are on 84 when I pit, and I had to slow down the last lap because I think I crossed the line with 89% wear on my rear left. But yeah, I think the 2-stop was the play. Flubber was just booted on with it.
Yeah,
I don't
mate.
know.
Yeah, mate. It was crazy. It was crazy to watch. I mean, it was a lot. I don't think anyone expected that sort of tyre wear in the wet, but you made do with a crap situation. Did really well. So, tell us a little bit how you managed to get where you finished, mate. Because I think a lot of guys struggled tonight. And yeah, you did really well.
I got helped out a lot. So out of that pit stop, 2 doors behind me, and he was just rapid. But Bangladesh just holding up them Mercs all the way through the third sector. I was gaining 2 seconds a lap in the third sector alone with the clear air, and him and Tyler had a little coming together in sector 1, and I don't know how I didn't get cleaned up because I just was like, I'm sending the nose in here. If they hit me, they hit me. Pray and pray. And I somehow got through. And then as soon as I got around Vettel, I was like, start pushing, try and build a gap. And then I saw Flubber come in with 8 laps to go. I'm like, yeah, not happening. Them tyres are just too quick for the first 7 laps. So, Tudor caught me, passed me. I didn't put up too much of a fight. It was not my battle today, really.
Yeah, mate. I mean, it's still massive points, P3. Yeah, so solid effort, and you should be actually really proud of that, mate. So everyone else, it could have gone a lot worse than a P3. So good job, mate. I'll hand you over to Whiff.
Yeah.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm keen for bed.
Fair enough. That seemed like a pretty rough race there for you. You were kind of with the Ferraris quite a bit there. Do you think that there were some team tactics going on there, or what
I
happened
don't
there?
think so. I don't think so. They had a fair bit of contact between each other. So, I think in the corners, Bangladesh was just slow, and just kept everyone there, and straight line speed. He was just rapid in the straight. So, we're on a bit lower wings, and I think he's running a pretty low dry setup, to be honest. And yeah, you just couldn't turn. So yeah, I don't know. As soon as that Ferrari got in front, it was just good night. As soon as Flubber got in front, Bangladesh just slowed everyone up in 8 seconds before he knew it. So not much you can do there. I don't think it was team tactics though.
Yeah, well, maybe a bit of a dry setup then. If you're saying he had lower wings and he might have just been struggling in the wet. But from you, really good race, mate. You have to be happy with the podium though.
Oh, I didn't expect it. I hate this track. So any finish really, I was just happy to finish and get P3. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Best of luck for next week, which is. Let me have a look. Unless anyone knows it off the top of their head. Singapore.
Great.
So, yeah, best of luck there, mate.
Appreciate it. Plenty of walls to hit there.
Oh, yeah. Good race, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Alright, we'll go to Tudor, our driver of the day, NP2. Mate, absolute massive drive there. Disconnect, went all the way back to the back of the grid, and then just absolutely chopped through the field. You must be absolutely stoked with that drive, mate.
Oh, yeah. I was going through it that race. My fan turned off. My dog did a poo next to me. I mean, it was just going through it that whole race. And, yeah, pitting had bolts in my ear, and we pit about lap 14, and I think that was the play. Stayed out, tried not to cook the tyres, and I think I had my diff down to about 20% at the end there, just to try to not get a puncture. And yeah, I don't know how I got taken out, but someone hit my AI and then I was last, and then yeah, just drove through. So pretty happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah, mate, you should be. I mean, that was a very good watch. You did really well. There was a lot of people struggling around you, so it looked like you just had everything on tap there. Perfect setup. Everything went right with the car way, but it was definitely a tough race, mate. So absolutely, yeah, hats off to you, and I'm sure Whiff, who you're about to speak to, will be stoked with that drive.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Alright.
Absolutely stoked, mate. Yeah, just getting disconnected, which kind of ruined your race. I think it was Gangster who sent a very audacious dive bomb down the inside
Lovely.
of the left before the sweeping right. But from then, did you kind of just drive with some anger, or you just kind of chilling and just quicker than everyone else, or what?
Honestly was just trying not to cook my tyres. Cota is a tyre burner, so I knew the inters. I knew when those people boxed early about lap 8, lap 9, that was kind of they'd have to do it. I knew they would have to do another stop, so I just kept my head down, tried to keep track position, and yeah, pushed when I could, and tried not to battle as much as I could. And then yeah, the Bangladesh held up the two Mercs and Cross Eyes, which kind of got me into that little battle there, and got through them, and yeah, just kind of drove away. Well, apart from when Flubber on new tyres came through,
Yeah.
I just kind of let him through. I was not worried about him, to be honest.
They just came flying through.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new tyres were definitely a lot stronger than the used tyres. We saw even you just catch up to like some Maddie and Chef and just drop them like almost straight away. So yeah, really good race, really good comeback. You got driver of the day as well, so congrats on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah,
not a last to first, but last to P2. So
last to P2. Yeah.
Happy with that.
Really good race, and I'll speak to you after.
Sounds good, mate. Catch you boys later.
No worries. Alright, well, we actually did get our race winner in. Flubber, mate, massive drive. Obviously, that late call to get onto the fresh set of tyres turned out to obviously be the decider factor there when you caught all the way back up and was able to get in front. And then no one obviously could catch you with those new tyres. Just tell us a little bit about your race from your perspective, mate.
Wasn't really the plan with qualifying, so had to change it up a little bit. So tried to make as many positions as I could really, and then kind of just worked out really well, to be honest. Good call by the team to do the two stops. So it was definitely a team effort today. So
yeah, mate, it was a massive drive. Obviously, we didn't know who was going to win that one. Obviously, at one point it looked like the Mercedes were unstoppable, and then it kept changing rapidly. But you did really well to break through that top three there and break out ahead. Who were you fighting the most? You felt like on track, because it looked like serious racing all over.
yeah, well, definitely the Mercs. They were the ones we kept battling probably most of the race, and I think it was one of the Saubers. I just don't know everyone's name yet. But yeah, they were definitely the three that we were battling with, obviously, as well as a teammate. So
yeah, well, massive effort, mate, and I think you're very probably setting off some alarm bells for TVs. You'll probably be signed very soon with your efforts the last few weeks. So massive hats off from me, and I'll hand you over to Whiff.
No worries, thank you.
Nice.
How's it going, Flipper?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Yeah, looks like a pretty dominant drive there. Near the Mercedes for a while, and then they all pit, and then kind of came flying through. You said that the two stop was the way. Were you kind of struggling with the tyres, or what's going on there?
Oh, the tyre wear wasn't too bad. It just felt like the lack of the grip, like the percent were there and all that stuff. It's just around that 50%, 60%. The rears just started really going and really hard to control, especially around those long corners in the last sector. So it was kind of a late call to do the actual two stop. It was probably that lap to do it, to be honest. It was just pretty much right time when we made the call. So
yeah, well, I'm sure you'll be kind of thankful you had someone kind of telling you what to do. But yeah, really good drive, mate. Yeah, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, no, definitely a good way to start. So it's not a good way to, or if you look at it from another point of view, it's and it can go down from here, really. But hopefully that's not the case.
Well, you can't really go up, but I guess we'll see. And yeah, how you feeling for Singapore?
It should be pretty interesting. Hard track, longest race of the year, so should be some fun.
Yeah, well, it's really one way to think about it. But yeah, hope to see you up there again, mate. And yeah, good race.
No worries, thank you.
All right, well, that's it. We've had all three in to the comms box, our top three, and I'm sure everyone's keen to wrap this one up. So I was your commentator tonight. It's Dito, joined by With Matif, and we'll wrap that up. I'll thank the sponsors, S Nation, SimLab, AI369 and Pagnian. And unless you have anything to say, mate, we will wrap it up there.
I think that's it from me. But yeah, we've got Division 6 tomorrow, and then we've got Division 3 on Wednesday. So make sure to tune in for that.
Happy days. Thanks, guys. We'll see you all then. Cheers.